Good morning. So we're going to read the story now. And as we read, we're going to fill out page 72. So you need your reading book and you need that. Turn to page 127 and you need your practice book and you need that turn to page 72. And just a reminder for the vocabulary yesterday, you were supposed to, yeah, it looks so easy. Fill out circle the words, right? But did you write your 4 sentences? Okay. So you needed to write 4 sentences, use one of the words you circled in each sentence, not one word in 4 sentences, right? So you wouldn't use newborn 4 times. No, you're going to use one word that you circled in each sentence. So each word you circled is going to be written in another sentence for you that you're going to write, not that that was written in your book. Okay, so just a reminder for that. I didn't know if you did that. Okay, so page 72. Okay, we're going to fill this out as we read the story. I'm going to read the story first and then we'll go back and fill it out because I think you get it a little better when I read it completely. You read along with me and then we can go back and fill it out because this is one of those awesome pages that gives us the page number to look at. So yay. We always love those little cheats, don't we? So this is Brothers and Sisters by Ellen B. Sinisi. And there's no illustrator because it's all pictures. It's all photographs. And it's kind of cute at the end because you find out her family's actually in this book. She has her own family in this story. So page 127. What is it like to have a newborn brother or sister? Tori is going to find out soon. Her mother is going to have a baby. Is it going to be a boy or a girl? Tori wonders. Will Mommy love me as much when the baby comes? Who knows? Ben has a newborn brother and Dory has a new sister. Sometimes having a baby in the family is fun. Our new baby is so soft and tiny that I want to cuddle her all the time, says Dory. So we know newborn means just born, only a few days or a few weeks old. But sometimes a baby is not so much fun. Babies can't do anything by themselves, says Ben. Mommy still loves me, but she is so busy taking care of the baby, I have to play by myself until he takes another nap. Turn the page. I'm so tired of hearing everyone say how cute the baby is, says Valerie. I like to hold my baby sister all by myself, says Michael. So does Leo. So why do you think Valerie is tired of hearing everyone say how cute the baby is? Well, yeah, because she probably was the cute one before the baby came, and she's a little jealous. So those of you that are the youngest sibling, like me, I'm the youngest in my family, we don't know what that's like until we get a younger cousin, right? And then we know that, wait, I was the cute one. Why are you paying so much attention to this one? I'm just as good, if not better, right? So let's continue. Jasmine and Juanita have baby sisters who have learned how to walk. She's old enough to get into trouble now, says Jasmine. Lots of trouble. I help distract my sister, says Juanita. My mom says I'm the best helper with the baby. So remember when I said distract means to keep their attention away from something that they shouldn't be into or something that's going to get them in trouble. So when a baby's learning how to walk or crawl, they go wherever they want. They don't listen, they just go. So when they're going towards something, you kind of pick them up, distract them into something new or show them something new and hopefully they follow you. Okay, next page. My sister always wants to do what I'm doing, but she doesn't play games the way you're supposed to, says Alicia. Sometimes, says Judson, we have so much fun together. So now we're looking at the older siblings, how they feel about their little brother or sister. Now, seeing as I'm not an older sibling, I'm sure I was never a pest to my brothers and sister. I was. But sometimes when you have a little brother or sister, all they do is want to be like you and be with you. And they want to play everything you're playing, but they really don't understand the rules yet. And I know that can be kind of annoying sometimes. Rena is older than her sister. I know things my little sister doesn't, says Rena. Now that she is in kindergarten, I can help her get ready in the morning, and I can take her to her classroom. You learn to share when you have a sister, Tori says. It's hardest to share our parents, says Rena. So now we know Tori had a little sister, right? She was in the beginning of the story. Okay, turn the page. Caitlin and Jordan are almost the same age. So are Ben and Susanna. Sometimes we're best friends, says Jordan, and sometimes we're worst enemies, says Caitlin. If you have a sibling, you kind of know what that's like. Jeremy and Jonathan are twins. We have each other to play with all the time, says Jeremy. Ian and Ryan are twins too. Dad says that we even sleep the same way, says Ryan. We like looking so much alike that we can trick people. We aren't exactly alike though, says Ian. I'm better at drawing, but my brother is better at sports. So the two twins that are at the top are called fraternal twins. Fraternal means they came from the same parents, but they don't look alike. Fraternal twins can be boy and boy, girl and girl, or boy and girl. The two on the bottom are called identical twins. They do look alike, okay? They look exactly alike. And sometimes it's really hard to tell them apart. Sometimes it's hard to be a younger brother. It's not fair, says Peter. Just because she's older, my sister can do everything better. And sometimes it's great to be a younger brother. So sometimes you get upset because they do things so well. And other times when they play with you, you feel like, oh, yay, they're playing with me, right? It's just, I was the same way with my sister. She's my other mom, says Stephen. We have our own secrets, says Tyler, and we have our own special games. Trey's older brother and Jesse's older sister are both in middle school. He gets mad at me because he thinks I'm a pest, says Trey. We get mad at each other a lot, says Jesse, but then we forget about it. Sometimes my sister is the only person who understands how I feel, says Juanita. Turn the page. Bianca has a teenage sister. When can I go everywhere and do everything just like her, Bianca wonders. Sometimes my sister acts like a grown-up and we don't have anything to talk about, says Moira. Other times she's just like me. So why does Bianca think her teenage sister is lucky? Because she gets to go anywhere and do anything she wants, according to Bianca. But when she was Bianca's age, do you think she got to do that? No. Bianca will be able to get to do that when she's older too. I was adopted, says Sujati. Jessica and I came from different moms and dads, but we're still sisters forever. Laura and Emma were also adopted. I tell everybody right away, this is my sister. So when you're adopted, that means that you were chosen by your parents. That your birth mom or dad couldn't take care of you. And so your adopted parents, who are your parents, your mom and dad, because they take care of you every single day, they are your parents and they chose you rather than having you. They chose you to be their child. My dad told me that when they were kids and he and my uncle got into fights, but they still liked each other the best, says Will. They're grown-ups now and they help each other a lot. They let me help too. So why do you think the author included grown-ups in a book about brothers and sisters? Do you think your brother and sister will stop being your brother and sister when you grow up and have your own family? Nope. They're still your brother and sister, and sometimes they still treat you like the little sister or the little brother, and they don't think you know anything. So, how is the relationship between Will's father and brother the same as when they were young? So they still like to do things together. So how do you think it's different? They probably don't fight like they used to. They might argue, but I don't think they fight. Because if you have a brother or sister now, and if you don't get along with them, it can get kind of, you can get into a fight. But when you're an adult, you really don't do that. You argue, you see each other's sides, and you apologize right away. My mom said she and her sister used to play school all the time. Now it's for real because they're both teachers, says Eddie. My mom says her sister is more important to her than ever. And like these two sisters, my sister is also a second grade teacher, and we used to play school all the time also, except for I never got to be the teacher. She was always the teacher because she's older than me. But now we're both second grade teachers. My grandma and my great aunt have been sisters for 70 years, says Catherine. Grandma says her sister is still her best friend. And I know I talk about my mom a lot, but she also has an older sister. And they've been sisters for 89 years. I know, that's a lot, isn't it? My mom will be 90 years old in September, and her sister will be 99 years old in October. It's crazy, isn't it? She's almost 100 years old. Okay, so now that we've read it, we're going to go back to the beginning. And they still talk. They still argue. She still calls my mom, because that's her little sister, that's a pest. It's kind of funny sometimes when they get together. Okay. But it still hasn't changed. They're still siblings. Okay, so let's take out page 72. And remember, we're talking about generalizations, how most families are, how most siblings are. Not all siblings are like this. Not all families have brothers and sisters or more than one child. Some families have one child. Some families have two. Some families have 8. Some families have 5. Some families have 4. Some families don't have any kids. And it's just a man and a woman that are married that are the family. Some families don't have a dad. Some families don't have a mom. Some families are grandparents and their grandchildren. Some families are aunts and uncles are with the family. So families are different in every house. So this is a generalization of what people see families at. Most families are. Yes, there are different families everywhere that have different circumstances, but we're looking at the general family, the generalization of the family. So the first line says, a new baby, blank life for everyone in the family. So when a new baby comes, those of you that have had new babies born in your family, does life stay the same or does life change? That's right. Life changes when a new baby comes. That is a generalization, but I think that generalization is pretty true because it can't do anything but change. So a new baby changes life. Let's just think about one more person coming into your life, right? That's going to change everything. You're no longer going to be the only child or the youngest child anymore. You're going to have another life in your house. So let's turn to page 128 and we'll look at the supporting examples. The supporting examples are evidence or sentences that would support how new babies change your life in a family. So let's go through 128, 129, 130 again. So 128, Ben has a newborn brother and Dory has a new sister. Sometimes having a baby in the family is fun. Our baby is so soft and tiny that I want to cuddle her all the time, says Dory. So they're talking about spending more time with a sibling that they normally wouldn't spend time with, right, if it wasn't there. So let's use Dory as our example. Dory spends time holding the baby. Dory spends time holding the baby. And don't be like me and write big, because I almost ran out of room. Dory spends time holding the baby. And don't forget to start with a capital and end with a period, because this is a sentence. Okay, let's look at 129. But sometimes a baby is not so much fun. Babies can't do anything by themselves. Mommy still loves me, but she is so busy taking care of the baby. I have to play by myself until he takes another nap. So Ben, how has his life changed, right? He has to play by himself until the baby takes another nap. So Ben has to play alone while Mom cares for the baby. Let's see, I'm writing too big again. For the baby. I went over. So Ben has to play alone while Mom cares for the baby. Okay, let's turn to page 30. Obviously, you can stop the tape or do whatever you need to do to catch up. But I don't know how long these things go, so we'll just keep going. Okay, page 130. I'm so tired of hearing everyone say how cute the baby is, says Valerie. I like to hold my baby sister all by myself, says Michael. So does Leo. So the change would be Valerie gets tired of people talking about the baby, right? That's all she hears is the baby's so cute, the baby's this, the baby's that. Gets tired of people talking about the baby. And yes, I went over again. Valerie gets tired of people talking about the baby. Okay. The next section is the generalization is older children blank younger brothers and sisters. So what did we learn in here? They do what? They help, right? They help distract, they help take care of them, they hold them when, mom's busy, they help them brush their hair. So I would say the generalization is older children help younger brothers and sisters. Okay, so we have another example on page 130, just like Valerie was the example of baby changes life because no one's talking about Valerie anymore. This one is Michael and Leo get to hold their sisters, right? So Michael and Leo get to hold their sisters. Michael and Leo hold their baby sisters. I got it on one line. Okay, and then we're going to look at page 131. Jasmine and Juanita have baby sisters who have learned how to walk. She's old enough to get into trouble now, says Jasmine, lots of trouble. I help distract my sister, says Juanita. My mom says I'm the best helper with the baby. So which one is helping? Well, Jasmine, all she says is she's old enough to walk and get into trouble. So she's really not helping. She's just pointing out a fact. But Juanita distracts her sister, right? So Juanita helps by distracting. Juanita distracts her sister. Okay, and then we're going to jump to page 133. Isn't this going quick? No. Okay. Rena is older than her sister. I know things my little sister doesn't, says Rena. Now that she is in kindergarten, I can help her get ready in the morning and I can take her to her classroom. You learn how to share when you have a sister, Tori says. It's hardest to share our parents, says Rena. So Tori is saying she learns how to share, but I think Rena is really showing the help by helping her sister get ready for school, right? So Rena helps her sister get ready. And I went over again, sorry, for school. Rena helps her sister get ready for school. Okay? And we're done. So I'm not going to do something for, I'm not going to do a video for spelling because you are doing page 78, right? You're doing the spelling clues. The only thing, here's one in here. No, I think you've got it all. I can get it all. You're good. You're good. This one I think you guys can do on your own. I think you'll be good. So that's reading, and I'll see you in a little bit for phonics. Bye.